Good afternoon. It's still the 25th of June and this is part 3 of a Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the London Classic Car Show 2021. This is Syon Park, which is just near Isleworth in London, and we've done quite a lot to the show so far, but we've got some more to go. We might have to have an abrupt cut at some point if I run out of memory. I think this particular phone I'm using hasn't got much memory left, so we might have to switch to the other one, which isn't as good as this, but it'll do if we need to sort of complete what we're doing. So this actually isn't a Lancia at all. This is a Chrysler Delta. Now, someone at some point has put Lancia badges on this, and I know it's originally a Chrysler because if you look just to there, you can see it's got a little Chrysler wing badge on it. In this country, they were actually sold as Chrysler Deltas, not Lancia Deltas, and they only sold between 2011 and 2013, and they only sold about 900 of them. So someone's actually put the wheels and the badges and things like that onto this Chrysler Delta to make it a Lancia one. I presume this is the either the 2-litre with the forbidden fuel engine, or it's a 1.4 T-Jet or multi-air. I actually have a review of one of these on the channel. I'll see if I can remember to link that in the description below. We have some other Lancias here. I think this is probably a Lambda. I think we've got a selection of Lambdas here actually. As far as I remember, the Lambda was the first ever car with monocoque construction. This one has 6 seats in it. Well, it's very interesting. So they're all, I thought the Lambdas here, the whole Lambda register. I didn't realise there were so many in this country actually. I didn't realise that they were so popular back at the time. This one's been supplied by a dealer in Park Royal. There's plenty of dealerships in Park Royal still to this day. I can attest to that because I was at 2 of them this week when doing some car sorting jobs for clients. This is a Lambda 8 Series short torpedo. Vehicle age 92 years, wow. So, wow, I mean, when we went to Retro Rides Weekender, we saw a vast number of Fiat 131 Mia Furies, all of them in the country, and perhaps this is all of the Lambdas that currently exist, but perhaps this is all of them, at least over here. Yeah, this is 96 years old. So this is a 24. This is a 25. Don't know a lot about them really, to be honest, apart from that. This is an even older Lancia. What's this? Well, comment section below, viewers. I don't actually know what model this is. I just know it's incredibly old and probably over 100 years old. And this is something I recognise a bit more. This is a 28 years old, so it's a 1993 Lancia Tamer 2-litre IE 16-valve turbo. This was one of the last types of Lancia cars sold in this country. They pulled out in 1994 due to, well, excessive warranty claims and things like that. But this is one of the last types they sold, and I really like that. It's very nice. This is also very nice. It's a Delta HF Integrale. I think this will be a sort of 93, 94. They stopped making them in 1994, so there we go. Oh, more Fulvias. I do like a nice Lancia Fulvia Coupe. This is a 1.6 HF. I do hope at some point to actually drive one of these in real life, because I have been offered one, would you believe? Very, very nice. Yes, 72. Flavia 1800 Coupe. That's really quite nice as well. Be sort of 63. This is a 65 Lancia Super Jolly. The van version. I'm not sure if they ever sold these in this country. It's left-hand drive, of course. The thing is, I remember one of these from watching a giallo film, which is one of these Italian kind of police-type crime films. And there we go. It's a Lancia Super Jolly. I've never seen one of those before in real life. Another Lambda there, KX. That's a plate not too far with me, a Buckinghamshire plate. Lancia D Lambda 232 sports racing car. Lancia Aurelia Coupe. Which if I wouldn't say it's a vehicle aged 67 years, I have to then work out in my head what that is. This is says about 1954. Yeah. Lancia Appia. Age 60 years, well that's not so difficult. It's a 61 then. Maths really isn't my strong suit to use, I'm afraid. Oh, this is lovely. They're both lovely. Two very, very tasty Lancias. Giardia. These are sort of either immediately post or immediately pre-war. I can never remember which it is. But yes, really rather tasty. This is a right-hand drive as well. I seem to remember some of even the Italian market cars at the time often were actually right-hand drive as well. I can't remember the reason for that. 1936 Lancia Augusta. Oh, it's lovely as well. All lovely views. It's a problem I have coming to a show like this and trying to just keep my hands off my wallet. So next we've got Porsche 928. Bond Bug, it says EV. Does that mean it's an electrification? It's a very early one, it's 70. That's the first year they made them. Spinny. Ooh, Citroen CX. I've seen one of these in real life for a while. I think that's still a series, yes, it's still a series 1, but it says 1984, 1985 plate. CX25 Palace, i.e. automatic. I think this is called Ponton type of Mercedes-Benz, it's a 180. Let's have a look at the Palace, and of course fans of the Hub Nut channel will need to see the thing, but I can't quite get the interior to focus properly. Don't want to put my grubby fingerprints on the cars from the edge of the phone. It's obviously better. 73, 74 Maxi, 1750 HL. Very late Silver Shadow 2. It's 1979. Red badge models. Yeah, there we go, there's a red badge. Of a Bristol. Like I said, it's a 403, but yeah, not very good on that sort of thing. I think this is a Bristol Blenheim. A plate, so 83, 84, something like that. More Vauxhall Victor FE door handle action. Sort of squared off boot. Sort of making these about 1976, something like that. Only one dealership, of course, in the world at the time, which was in Kensington. So all of them, I think, are on London plates, like that one. MG BGT V8 Costello, 72-73 plate, and there's a selection of old classic taxis, all very nice. A couple of Beardmores. I don't think I've seen a Beardmore up close before. 55 Beardmore Paramount Mark 7, alternative to the FX3 of the time. I think there is an FX3 over there, like in the title Secret and Strange Report, and in the series. There we go, SGO 9656 FX3D taxi cab. Doesn't she look like comfortable in there for driving on long shifts? But there we go. No passenger seat, of course. And that's what we used to do with them. They used to do them like that, just Strapping the luggage, literally. 2034 Austin low loader taxi. Body made in Westbourne Terrace, Paddington. Interesting. FX4. And that plate, I think that would be an 82. I remember going in these like this in the early 90s in London. Can't remember what engines in that. Probably one of the old Land Rover fit and fuel engines. That's the back of the being one of the last ones of these. I don't think I made them after about the time. Yeah, London Vintage Taxi Association. Like the other Beardmore, but actually got a door. It's luxury. Some Dodge Vipers here. I don't know the difference between Dodge Vipers, so we'll just show those and hope you can work out what those are, because I don't really know. Similarly with the Corvettes, I'm really bad on Corvettes. I know this is a 59. I know this is a Stingray, it's 1963. This is still a Stingray, but it's I think a C3, but I might be totally wrong. The plate's 71, 72. This I think is a C. Yeah, I don't know. I was going to say it's a 95 ZR1 because that's what it says on the design. This is a Corvette C5. It's a handy plate for working that out. Is that the LS engine in there, the LT?
Elsa, I'm just sort of filming.
This looks like it's the most recent version, which I think is called the C7 or C8. I'm so bad on these cars, viewers. I do apologise. So I've got some NSXs here. After a while they had to change to that light design there because of regulations that didn't allow pop-up headlights anymore. Another club here, Afro Classics register with a Ponton Mercedes-Benz here. Another 180. Porsche 911. It's for 996. Series 3 Jaguar E-Type V12s, 7273 plate. XK8, quite an early one. Ooh, very late. BMW 635 CSI, 8889 plate. This might be an Alpina version actually. I think Mr. Woolard from Matt's Beamer will very much enjoy that. Yes, Alpina steering wheel as well. Still got a VW Badger, so I don't think it's an actual kind of Alpina.
But you know, on the flip
B30 here. I don't think this is an M3 because those are all left-hand drive, so this will be probably 325, something like that. Again, Alpina wheels on this one. Alpina C2 2.7. Never heard of those, I'm afraid. If it's an Alpina though, it'd be very, very expensive. Another XK8 and a it's a Boxster, isn't it? Original Boxster. Because I'm really bad on a lot of these sort of older sports cars and things. Terrible. Overton Classics Revival. Got a couple of MGBs. That one's 68, 69 plate. That one, I'm not sure, will be a pretty early one actually. That maybe a Mark 1. And here we have some Gordon Keebles. Gordon Keeble was a make of car that was only made for a very short time. I think production started in 1963. They were made for summertime anyway at Eastleigh Airport, which is now Southampton Airport, which is about a mile and a half from where we live. They weren't all made there. Some of them were. Big engine, I think a V8 in these. This is a 64. And this one's beautiful, particularly like this one. This is a 65, I think. Yeah. There we go. Chevrolet 327 Turbo 5 V8 engine. There's the badge for the Gordon Keebles. And this is a slightly later one. This is a 66, but as you can see, it's Southampton plate, AA, so maybe still actually built at Eastleigh Airport. I do like these views, I do like them very, very much. The last stuff in here, although I might add some footage afterwards, will be this Ferrari Mondial and a couple of Austin Healey's. Yeah, so Mondial, 84-85 plate. Austin Healey 3000, a big Healey. What mark is this? I actually say it's a Mark III, 67 on that plate. And the Frog Eye Sprite, this would be before 1961, which is when they facelifted this. Literally, they removed the face and put a conventional body on this with an opening boot. But getting expensive, these are 58, so it's the first year they made them. Very lovely colour. So just having a little look around the car park. This is a 1975-76 BMW 1602. This will be one of the last ones made, I should think. Started 2002. That paint probably isn't original, but it's very nice. I like the colour. And here we are. Oh, 1979-80 Jaguar XJS. It's a pre-HE, so it's the same type that they used in Return of the Saint. Now this car hasn't got the beige leather interior or the black interior that the cars that were being used actually had in the filming. There were at least 3 cars filmed, and this one has got a red interior, be it automatic. The main car used in Return of the Saint was actually a manual. It was a very rare manual pre-production car. But if we just kind of look there, we can see the red interior. Also, we've got this 73-74 Fiat 500 Giardinetta. I think that's how you say it anyway. I might be actually wrong about that. I could be wrong. I think this is a UK car originally, a left-hand drive, of course. I think you could actually try fitting a lot more in this than the standard car, but the engine's still in the back. Oh no, oh gosh, it's not even a Giardinetta, it's an Autobianchi. I can't remember what the model of these is. Autobianchi, obviously a company that was part owned by Fiat and entirely owned by them. I'll have to look that up later, and we'll have to see what actually that is really called. 1964 Lotus Elan Series 2, I think. This is similar to the car that was used in the 4th series of the Avengers by Diana Rigg. Hers was a 65. I do like the colour. Lotus World Champion 63. There we go, yes. I think the interior was pretty much exactly the same as one of these. Wonderful. This is quite a treat actually. This is a 1993 or 1994 Toyota Land Cruiser. I forget the exact model designation for this, but later ones of these were called the Amazon. The reason this is interesting to me is because at the end of my mother's road there is a business which has a mobile home park, and this car is almost identical in terms of the colour as well to a car that the site owner used to own. And yeah, it's a VX, be forbidden fuel one, I should think. I don't think it's a petrol. And yes, it's got a grey leather interior as well. It's fascinating. Little bonus. Found another couple of sections. This is the Bugatti Trust for some really old Bugattis, pre-war stuff. Bugatti Brescia. So we've ordered the brushes here for the centenary. That must mean that they're from 1921. So we've got some of the 30s cars here. I didn't realised these were here. This is part of a 1930 style elegance. Section of the show. This is quite a long Rolls Royce. It's a very, very long Rolls Royce. Phantom 2, Phantom 3, something like that. Yes, 1930 Rolls Royce Phantom 2. It's not my sort of style to have gold plating over everywhere, but there we go. Is this a Bugatti Type 57 Atlantique? These are worth an awful lot of money. An awful lot of money. I know, it's a Bentley 4¼ Mark MX Overdrive chassis. I do apologise, it looks like a Bugatti Atlantique, but it doesn't look like one. That'll be very expensive as well. I've seen a standard 4¼ litre. It's not anything like this at all. So what was this one here? And this one is a Delay. It's a French make. I've never seen a Delay in real life before. But there we go. Excellent. Indeed for watching this third part of Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the 2021 London Classic Car Show here at Syon Park near Isleworth. It truly has been shambolic this time. I suppose that's what you all like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Shambolic Shuffles coming up. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment below, turn on notifications to be informed of new uploads. And social media links are down below. Thank you ever so much indeed once again.